Hello, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I'm just going to be doing a 10-minute beginner's ballet bar workout. So you can totally do this workout if you've never done ballet bar before and just want a little introduction. We're going to do a little bit of ballet based fitness, Pilates moves today. So this one is definitely for everyone. So all you'll need today is a little bar or a support. You can use a chair, a kitchen bench, and a mat. And if you have a little Pilates ball, something nice and squishy and soft, you can use that too. Okay, let's go.
Okay, and coming up to the bar, placing our ball in between our thighs, right up nice and top below the hips. We're having our feet parallel. We're sitting back and pulling up, sitting back and pulling up. So we want to think, we are sticking our bums out a little bit here, but we're keeping a nice long spine. Our weight evenly distributed between our toes there. Our feet are parallel, sitting right underneath our hips. We're holding it down here and we are going to pulse. So we're trying to engage the legs, little pulses, good. And now pelvic tilt. So we're scooping under like a scoop of ice cream and then releasing the pelvis. Out and tuck, out and tuck. Great. Back to our sit. Sitting in a chair, standing up. Good. Sit back and lengthen. Sit back and lengthen up. Good. We have a nice long spine, a straight spine, shoulders out, extending from the top of our head and back into our pulses here. Little pulses, down and up. Alternating heel lifts here. We're alternating 4 pops on one foot and then switch over. Pulse 2, 3, 4, switch 2, 3, 4. And alternating heel lifts here and coming back up. We're going to prepare our feet for turnout, so just opening and closing the toes. Grabbing that ball, placing the ball in between our ankles now, squeezing it nice and tight. We have our feet turned out this time. And just a few rises, just so we know what it feels like to be in a nice turned out rise. Doesn't matter how high the rise is, just as high as you can make it. Very good. From here we're going plie. We're creating little diamonds with our knees. So our knees are tracking over our toes in the plie. We have a nice long spine. Alternating plie and lower the heels. Plie and lower the heels. Plie and lower the heels. We're imagining that our back is sliding down a wall into our grand plies. Down for 2, up for 2. Down for 2, up for 2. So we're really trying to get a little bit lower with that grand plie. And here we go, little pulses here in our first position, turned out and into butterflies. Just pulling back the knees, opening the thighs. Good. Straightening up, we're going back into our rises. Just rising up and lowering. Back into our plie and lower the heels. Plie and lower the heels. Plie, lower the heels. Plie, lower the heels. Excellent. Just our plies, grand plie. Down for 2, up for 2. Really tucking our tails under. We don't want to be sticking our bum out here. We have nice long necks, open chest. And we're back in for butterflies. Tracking the knees out. And our little pelvic tucks. Excellent. So scooping up the belly and releasing the pelvis. Scoop and release. Scoop, release. Scoop, release. Good. Lowering the heels, grabbing the ball. And we are going to be facing on the side. Extending our leg into a second position. We're still in turnout. We're doing a plie and a rise. Plie and rise. Plie and rise. Good. We are still keeping our backs nice and straight, our tails tucked under, and we're still imagining that we're sliding down a wall. Time for our grand plies. Down for 2, up for 2. Down for 2, up for 2. down for 2, up for 2. Go as deep as you can without ruining that position. So we really are not squatting here. We don't want to be sticking the bum out. We want it to be like we're sliding down that wall, nice and flat. And holding here for pulses, we're doing our alternating heel lifts again. Two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, alternating, and 2 heel lifts at a time now. Good. And we have our arms in front of us like we're holding a big beach ball. Really engage the core in order to balance. Transferring our weight from side to side. Little scoop and over. And we are rotating into a 90-90 lunge. So my inside leg is lifting up and rotating in order for me to square my hips over to the other side. So we 90-90 lunge back to a turned out second position. There we go. Good, lunging, second position. Good, nice lunging there. And we're gonna hold it there. Just little 90-90 lunges there, trying to keep our weight nice in the center, and an upper body twist here. Twist to the side, good. So we're just isolating that top half of our body. Amazing. Okay, we're coming back to our bar and we're going to do that facing the other way, so the other side. So whatever side you were doing, place the opposite hand onto the bar. We're going into our second demi-plies and rise. Plie and rise. See, from this angle you can see the tail is nice and tucked. We're not sticking the bum out, and we have a nice long straight spine lengthening through the crown of the head. We're going into our grand plies, down for 2, up for 2. Down for 2, up for 2. Good. Little arm rotation there as we do our plies, following along with our gaze. Fantastic. Now you can just stay the way you are, but I've turned around to face you just so you can see what I'm doing properly. I don't like to have my back to the camera. So we are repeating what we did on the other side. So alternating heel lifts here. We're changing it up a little bit, alternating our ball, our hands from above our head to right in front. Good. We're holding it here, alternating heel lifts. I'm being a bit silly. And back into our 90-90 lunge. Oh wait, I did it the wrong way. So we want to lunge with the opposite leg that we did last time. Okay, so this time I'm turning to face towards the bar, but you just keep going the way that you need to go. Again, we're turning from our turnout, turning our hips, making them square, and into a 90-90 lunge. Great, nice long spine. Try not to be rocking forward and back. And upper body rotation here. Nice, engaging the core in order to balance. Good. We can put our balls down now and slowly lowering down to the floor, walking our hands out into plank position. We're going to be going into some mountain climbers. So our opposite knee to elbow here. We're keeping a nice long spine, trying to create a straight line from the crown of our head all the way down to our feet. Holding a static plank here. You can do it. Deep breaths, holding that plank nice and strong. Lowering the knees into push-ups. Now, my push-ups are not perfect here. I do struggle a lot with push-ups. I find I have a weaker upper body than anywhere else. So if you're a bit like me, don't worry, don't stress. Try and create the best technique, but I understand if they're a little bit hard for you. We're back to the static plank here. Holding it nice and strong. Our weights are over our elbow, over our hands, and lowering into that push-up, trying not to stick our bum up, trying to create it in one long straight line. That's okay. You may be better than me at push-ups. That's okay. We're all practicing here. Coming back over our legs, sitting onto our bum, placing the ball underneath our lower spine. We're going to cross our hands to our chest, and we're going to be doing tiny little crunches with that ball to support us. So we're really tucking the pelvis in, tucking up the tummy and tightening that core to lift us up. I have my toes facing the sky. We're doing a bit of an alternating knee tuck here. So we're firing up one side of the abs, the oblique there, and trying to keep that movement nice and strong. and swap over to the other side. Tuck in, release, tuck that knee in, release. Tuck, release. Good. Don't forget to breathe when we're doing our abs. Don't hold any tension in your neck. Good. And we're creating a figure 8 shape over the body. So just rocking back and forth here, just a little extension from those crunches, adding the arm and up above our head. Good. Rotating. All right, grab the ball and lie back onto your back. We are putting our knees into tabletop position and placing the ball in between our legs. I place my hand underneath my bottom just for a little bit of extra lower back support, and we're just toe tapping and lifting. Tap and a little pelvic lift, tap, little pelvic lift off the floor. Just firing up those lower abs. Grab the ball, straighten our legs. We're going into scissor kicks and passing the ball through the scissor kick and passing it to our other hand. If it's a little hard to have your shoulders off, you can still do this lying down on the ground with your head all the way on the floor. There we go. That's a little ab burn over. Tuck your knees in and stretch it out. Now we're turning over to finish off with a little bit of a back muscle burn. So we're doing little sit-ups or little crunches, but off the back. So placing our hands on the ball and we're just tapping our forehead and lifting it up, trying not to crunch the lower spine. We're really engaging our upper body to get up. Now we are extending our hands over our head, grabbing that ball and lifting up into more of a sit-up motion for the back and opening and closing the hands here. So again, try not to pinch the lower spine. We're really trying to hold it up, keeping our shoulders down, opening and closing the arms. Good. Pushing back, relax, push up into a little child's pose. Take a deep breath here. Now we're going to extend one leg forward into a lunge position, and we're just going to alternate from a lunge into straighten our front leg, lunge forward and push back. Back into that lunge, static plank, and bring the opposite leg forward. We're just doing a little stretch here. You can watch me following on. So we're just transferring our weight from that lunge back into a hamstring stretch, forward and back. Straightening that leg, pushing back up into a lunge, back into our plank position, holding it nice and strong, raising the hips to the sky, pushing out as much as you can in this pyramid position, just walking, paddling the feet, stretching out what feels good for you. Now walk the feet to the hands, stretch it out, grab your hands if that feels good for you, and slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. And that's it, everyone. We are done. Well done. Thank you so much. Bye.